Oh baby, I'm yours. Oh baby, I'm yours. Oh baby, I'm yours. Oh baby, I'm yours. But I tore down my walls and opened my doors and made room for one. So baby, I'm yours. I'm mad at you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today you'll be happy I'm actually doing a school tip video. I haven't done one of those in a very long time. I've been doing study vlogs and everything, but this is the first study tip video I'm actually doing this semester. And I know that we're pretty far in the semester, like week 6 for me, probably week 7 or 8 for some of you guys. So I'm really sorry I didn't upload any school tip video before then. I was really busy, but I found a system that works amazing for me, so I kind of want to share it with you guys so you guys can maybe get organized now or maybe next semester or any years after that too. Alright, so today I'll basically be showing you how to make your study routine / study schedule. And this is not just for midterms and exams, it's really something that you can do all semester long, and that will just help you stay on top of things, stay organized, do everything on time and not get behind in all of your classes. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is set up a study routine. So that's the first thing you should do at the beginning of the semester. Like I said, I'm sorry, if you do it in the middle of the semester, it's still good. I wanted to do this video earlier in the semester, but it just did not happen. But basically when you want to set up a study routine, it's just the things that you do every week. Because if you do the same thing every week, you kind of get used to it, you're less likely to forget steps and everything if you always do the stuff in the same order. So at the beginning of the semester, whether it was in the first lecture, probably sometimes it's also in the syllabus, or I have Moodle checklists or online checklists that your teacher posts, where they tell you how the course is divided. They usually tell you how much stuff you have to do, readings. They'll also give you all the activities and stuff, when it's due and all that. So yeah, in the beginning of the semester or even now, just check your syllabus and all the online checklists that your teacher gives you, just to know what's the kind of material you have to do for that class. Some classes, in my geology classes, I don't even have a textbook, so I don't need to do readings every week. But in sociology, I always have over 100 pages of readings every week, And in anatomy, every week I have an activity that's due. In health, I have quizzes, weekly quizzes and stuff like that. So you just know kind of what you have to do on a weekly basis for each course, because there's usually a pattern, Once you have the list of all the material you sort of have to do every week for each class, try to come up with a chronological order of how to make it happen. So just logical or chronological. Obviously you would do your readings before your activities and review questions. That makes sense if you have any of those. And then lastly, later during the week, I do my study guides or my flashcards. I like doing study guides and flashcards as I go. I don't like waiting until the week before the midterm or the finals to actually start doing my study material. I like spreading it out throughout the semester. And once you figure out kind of a routine that makes sense and that should be viable for the semester, like I said, usually readings first, and then activities and reviews and quizzes, and finally the study material. Then you can write it down. So there's multiple ways you can do that. The first thing I did this semester was actually write it on a large post-it note in the beginning of my notebooks or my binders or something. So this is the one for history of life. And then I figured out I don't know, I didn't really look at it that much, so I ended up writing all of my study routines for each class down on my chalkboard. It fitted perfectly. So I put that on top of my desk, so I see it every day. So usually on Sunday I just do my weekly schedule. So when I do that, I just look at it and try to plan my week accordingly to the routine I've set up for myself. So obviously this is an extra step. You don't actually need to do that, but it's just an extra step to be more organized and really make sure that you don't miss anything and that you do stuff in the right order. So that's it for the first step, and now step 2 is actually coming up with your weekly study schedule. So how to plan your study schedule on a weekly basis. Okay, so the first thing I do is this little list over here. So basically I'll write down everything that needs to be done by course. So I have 5 courses this semester, so I made 5 different boxes, ones for each course, and then I just go through the weekly checklist that are on Moodle or stuff like that, like on the online system for my school or in the syllabus, and I just go through them, see like what's due this week. So I have like a little space in the top where I write what is due and like any exams and quizzes. In blue is like stuff that is due, and in pink is actually like exams, tests, midterms, stuff like that. And then like I write that on the right side, and then on the left side I actually just write my class schedule. So like Tuesday 10:30 to 11:30 lecture, blah blah blah, just stuff like that, so I kind of know like when I have class, even though I do know it, but it just makes more sense to write it down. So in the top section, like I said, I write the lectures, lab, and tutorials on the left side, and on the right side I write due dates and test dates. And then just right below it, I write my weekly checklist, which I can find on Moodle or like in my syllabuses, like I said earlier. So I'll just go and see exactly which pages I have to read in my textbook, if there's any activities that are due, anything I should be outlining, any activities I have to do, any quizzes, any assignments, just stuff like that, and I just write it all down there. And then I move on to my weekly planner, which is a Bando planner. They've been really like in this year. The only reason I love it so much is because there's a ton of space where you can write stuff down. So you can see this is next week. So the first thing I do when I'm in my Bando planner is actually like write down all the due dates and test dates again, and I highlight them with the same colors, so blue and pink. This week I actually didn't write down like the exam and test dates because I don't have the actual dates yet. I'm gonna get them this weekend. But this is like a tentative schedule for the week, so I tried to span out my material throughout the week, not work on the same project for several hours, and not to assign myself too many readings in one day, also not assign myself too much on larger days. So like on Tuesday I have a lot more school, so I try not to put as much stuff in it because I know I won't get much stuff done when I come back from school at like 4. And then I tried to put a little bit less stuff at the end of the week because sometimes like stuff will be pushed back. So if those days are still super busy, then I might not be able to catch up on stuff I didn't have time to do earlier in the week when I had planned to do it. And I'll show you real quick. I used to use like a color coding system, but it was too like rainbowy for me. I'm not such a colorful person. But I basically had a color for each class, so I didn't have to write like health and then like write whatever was in orange was health, in yellow was anatomy, pink was sociology, blue was psychology, and geology was in green. Now I just like write everything in black and just write before it like anatomy, sociology, geology, whatever. So I know some people like to plan like hourly stuff and just schedule it like really like from 10 to 11 I'll be doing this and blah blah. But for me, I tried that system and that just didn't work out because I don't really know, like I'm not a good judge of how much time a task is going to take me, so I'd rather just do a checklist and go through it rather than like really plan like a set time for it. Because sometimes like if I have my anatomy reading to do like first and I just really don't feel like doing anatomy this morning, like I might just do my psych lesson instead and just like switch around a little bit. So I don't usually do like a set schedule. But as long as I go through my entire checklist in the day, then I'm good. And finally, the last step is very optional. Like that would be like perfect, but just so I'm more organized, because I'm an organizational freak if you haven't noticed already, I also have a daily planner which I designed myself, and I've showed it to you a bunch of times in my vlogs, but this is what it looks like. And then I just have like a schedule and everything. I don't use that side as much as I thought I would, but I use this checklist like morning, afternoon, and evening, and then I try to like sort of come up with a more organized and like chronological thing. But like I said, it usually just goes around, you know. It doesn't always happen the way I want it to. And when I highlight in purple is when it's pushed to the next day. So like I said, that's why I leave more space at the end of the week so I can do the stuff that I didn't do on the day I planned to do. So that's it. I know this can be like a bit overwhelming. This seems like it might take a lot of time, but honestly, so once I came up with my study routine, which only took me like a couple hours or something at the beginning of the semester. So once I come up with this, like it usually takes me about half an hour a week to just plan my studying for the week. So I just start with the weekly checklist, like by course, this thing here. This takes me like 10 minutes, and then I just span everything that's on this sheet like through the days of this, and then I just write them down on this planner, which is very like optional step, but that's just me. So yeah, so that's how I've been studying, or that's the study routine I came up with throughout the semester, and it works amazingly. I'm really proud of my progress so far. So if you decide to try it out, just let me know in the comments below, or like send me pictures if you try to do these and stuff like that. I'd love to see them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for being so patient with me. I know I don't post as much study tips video as I wanted to, but I have a couple ideas, so I might try to work on that real soon since midterms are going to be over next week. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!